Hey everybody! So as you can see, I'm still in my kit and my helmet. I just finished my ride and it was a test ride for C&O Canal. I'm super excited. I used everything I'm going to bring on my trip. It's going to be a 4-day trip. I'm actually really taking my time, not going that far each day. Should be super fun. I booked some nice hotels, so I'm just going to relax and enjoy. So the reason I'm making this video is because on today's ride, I was thinking about something I want to share with you. It was an observation and learning from last week's race. And this race was a corporate challenge. So it was a mixed race and it was actually more of an event, but there was a component of racing. The group I was in, they were trying to get as many laps of this course as they could. So it was a lot of people biking together. You could use the draft and you just wanted to stay with that group. You didn't want to drop off. A lot of people did end up dropping off from this group. We probably started with about 50 people or more, and we finished with about 20. So over half of them dropped off. I managed to stay on the group until the very end. I was super happy that was my goal. So this course is sort of like a big loop. You kind of go up, you do this loop, this U-turn, and then you come back, and then you kind of go through like a town area with like turns and it's a little technical, and then the straightaway loop town. Okay. So that's the course. Now I did this ride last year too, and I almost got dropped through this town area. And the reason is when you're on that straightaway and you're in that group, it's pretty easy to draft. The pace is the same. So you just sit in and you try to recover. And if the pace is good for you, you probably can stay. Where you can get into trouble, where I got into trouble last year, is at this U-turn, because there's always a surge right after people turn. So as soon as you turn, you have to be ready to go fast and settle back in that group. And then down here through town, that's where most people get dropped because they gap just a little bit behind someone and they have to accelerate after that turn and try to catch the person in front. And they don't make it, and then they never see the group again because everyone in the group comes together and then they're drafting and they're going super fast. So this town area was kind of like the danger area. Whenever I got there, I made sure I moved up. I made sure I followed good wheels. I made sure that if there was a tiny gap, I immediately closed it. I never waited, and I fought through that town. I made sure I made those turns quickly, efficiently, and I burned my matches because I knew that once I got through there, if I was not with that group on that straightaway, I would never see them again. So this is my takeaway. This is why I'm making this video. You might be strong enough to sit in this group and you feel fine and you're like, oh, I could do this all day. But the danger area on this course, and if you're doing a race, is those technical areas. That's where the real race starts. And that's where you really have to be in tune to what you're doing and make sure you're not dropping and staying with that group.